afternoon and a warm welcome to your number one sporting action. This has to be Pitchside, your ultimate pitchside pass. My name is Maingi Mbogua. It is my hope and prayer that your weekend was super good. Of course, for Arsenal fans, for Tusker FC fans, for AFC Leopards fans, and for Manchester United. I don't know how good it was, but we'll be talking that and more. But it is my hope and prayer that you had a sporty weekend. So much has been happening. From New York, we'll be taking a trip to Rwanda. From Rwanda, we'll be coming back to Nairobi. We'll be taking a trip equally to the greatest league. You talk about it, EPL and La Liga Santander. Girona doing so much to talk. And that and more. But first, let's take a look at our weekly soccer star profile. And there you have it, Cristiano Alviero dos Santos Jr., only known to many by the name Cristiano Ronaldo, doing amazing things in the various leagues from Premier League, La Liga, and of course now in the Saudi Arabian Pro League. But away from that, and I am not alone on this lovely Monday, I am joined by Richard Ohalo. Mambo vipi?
Salama sana Jose.
Umekuaji?
My weekend has been good, of course. We won.
Hey, Annie, nowadays our weekend is better if Manchester United wins.
Of course. If
how
Manchester doesn't win, you'll not
is.
see me here.
Of course. Away from that, we'll be talking about that and more. But let's start it off from the New York City Marathon and one Hellen Obiri ruling the city of New York, accomplishing the Kenya distance runner, securing her second victory in the marathon, winning the women's category of the 2023 New York City Marathon. Take a look at what really panned out in New York yesterday.
And she's only been a marathoner for a year, but she's keeping that pressure on.
So the lead motos have pulled off, and now it is just these two ladies, and it is Hellen Obiri digging in up that last hill, and then it's a slight downhill as they pass 2:27 on the clock for the women's race, and it looks like she has managed to put the name behind her. She is second in her debut marathon, which went to Valencia, and here it is. From the bridge, through the girls, to the breaking of the tape, Hellen Obiri is the champ here at the TCS New York City Marathon. The test event today is just behind
And there you have it, the Boston Marathon champion, clocking a time of 2 hours, 27 minutes and 23 seconds, outdoing Let's Get Gidey of Ethiopia, who is the silver medalist in the 10,000 meters, who finished second in a time of 2 hours, 27 minutes and 29 seconds, while defending champion, fellow Kenyan Sharon Lokedi, coming in third in a time of 2 hours, 27 minutes and 33 seconds. Richie,
Yes.
what do you make of this one?
I think it's a good year for Obiri this year. She won last time she won the Boston Marathon. Now coming to win the New York Marathon for the first time. I think it's a good show from her. Not forgetting that she's only 33 years old. She has another 3 more years to run and to showcase what she can do on the track.
Yeah, of course. And one thing worth noting is that she is emulating what Eliud Kipchoge did,
Yes.
transiting from the tracks
Yes.
to from the fields to the long distance. And she's really doing well because this is her third marathon.
Yes.
Having won the Boston. Remember, she did New York last year and
Yeah.
finished 6th.
Yeah.
So it was a good improvement and a good outing for her. And all eyes from her end, that is Hellen Obiri, the two-time Olympics 5,000 meters, has said that, you know what, all eyes on Paris 2024.
Yeah.
And
When,
you, yes.
when you look at the time, last year she ran 2 hours 20, I think it was 22 minutes.
Yes.
And no, this year Boston, 2 hours 22 minutes and 29 seconds. This year 2 hours 22 minutes and I think 23 seconds.
23 seconds, yes.
Yeah, I think she's improving on the time. Let's see next year when she runs for Kenya in the Olympics and see what she'll be doing.
Yeah, of course, kitu tunangoja sana kuona ni how Athletics Kenya is going to strike this right.
Yeah.
Because Sharon Lokedi has not really had a good outing, Bridget Koskei, but there is the likes of Paris Jepchirchir and Hellen Obiri here coming in.
Yeah.
And you only need how many people? You only need 3 people.
3 people,
and
yeah.
2 reserves.
Yeah.
And I can tell you the number is as big as it can get.
I
Remember,
think they're going to have a hell of time when choosing this team. So
it's not going to be a walk in the park anymore.
Yeah, it's not.
Because
going
again,
to
you also want to hope that much as somebody had placed the best timing, that they equally have what it takes. They're in the best form of their season to go ahead and clinch a gold in Paris 2024. Because that is what is going to crown it all and ensure that Kenya is having a good outing.
Yeah.
Yes, and of course, away from athletics and straight to football, this is matters of Football Kenya Premier League. Gor Mahia were meeting their former manager, one Zadok Lugarusik, this time around the tutelage for Police FC. And they shared the spoils. Well, a resilient Police had to hold Gor Mahia 1-1. Take a look at what really panned out onto that one, even as we take an in-depth look of asking ourselves, what is not really happening with Gor Mahia? 1 minute, everything is okay. The next minute, something is off.
Tito, pembeni kwake David Okoth. Tito, pembeni kwake David Okoth. Najaribu kuleta ndani kutoka Benson Ochieng. Mata. Najaribu kuleta ndani kutoka Benson Ochieng. Shuka kwake Kenneth Mugunga. David Okoth Odhiambo anaileta nzuri. Kataa kwa kichwa Joshua Unyango.
Richard Ohalo.
Yes.
Swali langu ni simple tena sana kwa this one.
Yeah.
Do you really think that the money that Police FC has invested is now paying up? Because
I think
playing a Gor Mahia side that has reigned dominance against Tusker, dominance against AFC Leopards, and right now they are in the 2nd position, joint with the Moranga Seals and Poster Rangers.
Police are worthy contenders, and they are a very serious team. If you look at their investments, their squad, the likes of Muguna, we have national team goalkeeper Matasi. So I think they are worthy, and them coming with a draw with the Gor Mahia, I don't see it as a loss for Gor Mahia. Also, but again to all of them, because as I said, Police is not an easy team. Yeah, it's a serious team to play against.
And when we talk about Police, another team that I want to take a look at what really panned out is Bidco FC.
Yeah.
They were playing with Lindsay Stars, and Lindsay Stars into this one, they lost. Remember, they were coming from Shabana 4.
Lindsay losing at home.
Yes, and they will lead this sport complex to Bidco United. Take a look at that one, even as Richard analyzes, it brings us up to speed on what could really be happening with the Kenya Premier League. A team today is playing nice, and the next minute they're losing it.
Tumekuwa na nafasi ambazo tulipata hasa katika kipindi cha kwanza, dakika kama 15 hivi za kwanza ambazo labda hatukuweza kutumia. Basi mechi ilivyozidi kusonga kidogo, nafikiri tukawapa uhuru mwingi wageni wetu, na basi kipindi cha pili tukaanza kidogo kama tumelaza damu, tukapata lile goli lao la mapema. Basi ndio tumejaribu kulitafuta mpaka dakika ya mwisho, lakini hatukuweza kulipata. Unapofungwa goli, unajaribu kusukuma kuona kama utapata lile goli, kunakuwa na nafasi kubwa basi ya kufungwa, ile kwa lugha ya kimombo inaitwa counter attack, kwa maana unajua tunasukuma wachezaji wengi kule mbele kutafuta lile goli, basi tunakuwa tunaacha mianya mingi ama nafasi nyingi ambazo pia mpinzani amejaribu kuzitumia. Ile goalkeeper wetu ama mlinda lango wetu amekuwa imara kabisa kukubali goli lingine liweze kuingia. Bila shaka kitakuwa kinawavunja moyo. Wanajua uwezo wao, wanajua tajriba ambayo wako nayo, wanajua kwamba wameandikisha matokeo mazuri siku za pale nyuma, na basi wanajua wana uwezo hata kesho kuandikisha matokeo mazuri. Kwa hivyo letu sisi ni kurudi uwanjani, kujaribu kurekebisha makosa mengi tu ambayo tumefanya leo, angalau tuwe tayari kukabiliana na mpinzani wetu ambaye anafuata, ambaye ni Polisi.
Imekuwa game ngumu, nadhani kucheza na Ulinzi kwangi kazi rahisi. Imekuwa game ngumu, but again napongeza vijana, wamepiga kazi safi sana, especially hata vile tumepata red card na wameweza kusustain ile pressure mpaka tukapata ushindi. I think kuna cohesion kazuri sana kwa timu. Yule mwenye ako nje anatakia timu ishinde, yule mwenye ako ndani anatia bidii asitoke kwenye kikosi. So nadhani hiyo timu ndio imefanya saizi tuna performance kidogo iko vizuri.
And that's what really panned out at the Ulinzi Sports Complex, as Bidco United were too strong to the military side in the name of Ulinzi Stars. And yeah, Richard, you're talking.
Yesterday I was saying the field was slippery for Ulinzi Stars, but again, I don't get it. There's no consistency with the Ulinzi Stars. Them coming out with a 4-0 win against they played against
Shabana side that
yes.
actually beat
Then
Tusker.
losing at home again to Bidco. Then it means there's something wrong with the team or maybe with the management. I cannot tell at now, but again, they need to prove. And again, if you look at Bidco, the experience they have less experienced team, and compared to Ulinzi Stars, who have been playing the Premier League for quite some time. Losing, Kimani was saying that Bidco scored early, and again, if you look at that team, Bidco got a red.
Yes,
The second half. Yeah, in the second half, and they could not manage coming out with a win.
At least securing a draw.
So even a draw, it was hard for them. So I don't know what's wrong with the Ulinzi Stars. They need to go to the drawing board and see wapi they're losing, where to improve, and again come up with a win in the next match.
Talking about not knowing what is wrong with them, and another side that you don't really want to ask yourself what is wrong with them is Tusker FC. This weekend they were playing a hot, under fire, a very serious team, if you ask me, to contend for this season's league in the name of Moranga Seal, newly promoted from the NSL. They were playing Tusker FC full-time 2-1, ensuring that that loss of Tusker pushes them to number 12. Remember, last season, they bottled the league to the last minute and lost it. This time around, they have really had a very bad outing, having lost last weekend but one to Gor Mahia. Now into this one, they've lost it this weekend that is just gone to Moranga Seals 2-1. And, well, we are taking a look at what really played out. Richard Ohalo, is it time for Robert Matano to make an exit?
I think it's time. For me, maybe the players are showing that we don't need this guy here. Maybe they are rioting against the coach. Maybe it's the management. What is happening at Tusker is I can relate it with what is happening to Manchester United.
Please don't bring the issues of United
No.
get to sound a serious issue.
They have
Zena is around, by the way.
because you see, the other time the manager, I think the team manager, wanted to fire Matano. But Matano said, I'm not going anywhere, I'm here to stay. So there's wrangles between the management and the coach. So there's push and pull between the management. I don't want to blame it fully on the players, but also the players need to take that responsibility to showcase what they can do in the pitch. But again, bringing the management issue into the pitch, it's a throwback to them. But looking at that match, the field was a bit slippery for Tusker.
It wasn't slippery for Moranga Seals.
No, because Moranga were at home.
So this
They
they are so used to.
They had the fans. They have the backup of the fans.
No, Richard, you cannot say that. I'm saying you can't say that because
yes,
last weekend, Tusker FC were not playing Moranga Seal.
Yeah.
And they were not playing in Thika.
Yeah.
So therefore, you cannot by any chance say that this is the reason.
Yeah.
So maybe if you are Robert Matano today, what is that one thing that you might do as a Tusker head coach?
For me, if I were Matano, I would first of all settle my issues with the management. Then take it back to the players and then tell them that this is our job. We need to deliver because there is at the end of the month there is that pay. They need to show the management that we are really paid for what we've done. Yes.
Well, if you want to talk about being paid for what they've done, I don't know what you're going to say about this, but City Stars are beating AFC Leopards 3-2. One, Mwalimu Joseph Kuoma told me not to talk about AFC Leopards, but I find myself talking about them. This is because they fired Tom Juma, brought in Thomas Trucha. To this far, they've only secured one win, a draw, and now a loss has called them home.
Jose, I've been saying here over and over again that if a team wants to progress, if a team wants to improve, they need to stick with the manager for a period of time, not changing a manager after every year. You change your manager.
But
what is ailing AFC Leopard is one, changing the manager over and over again. So there's no that consistency with the kind of play they want to play. And again, the confidence with the players. If over and over you change your players, you change managers, then the players don't know which system are we going to play, which kind of tactics are we going to use. So I think that is what is affecting AFC Leopards.
But now, Richard Ohalo today is a Manchester United fan.
Yes.
You've been part of the team that is saying Eric Ten Hag out.
No.
You want him to stay?
I want him to stay.
Wow.
For the longest time. Yes.
But you find too many times coaches anaambiwa it's time you exit. Sisi kama mashabiki sisi ndo tunaumia.
Yeah.
So one would not afford not to ask, why then the change of tune? Is the problem really the tacticians? Or is it about the team?
Not fully about the tacticians, but if you stay with your manager for a long time and have players there for maybe 2 seasons with the same manager, maybe some players and maybe add some players in the middle of the season, these players might adapt to what the coach wants, might adapt to what the coach tactics are. So it gives confidence to the players. This is how, and the understanding of how the coach wants to play. Yes.
Well, let me take a look at the rest of the fixtures that happened over the weekend. And Nzoia Sugar were at home playing the Sharks of Kariobangi. Full time, 1-0. Of course, another side that when we start talking about them, we might spend the better part of this afternoon is Sofapaka. They were playing FC Talanta full time. They lost at home 3-0. City Stars, AFC Leopards 3-2. And of course, yesterday's action, Moranga Seal beating Tusker FC. As Poster Rangers secured a draw against KCB. And Ulinzi at home at the Ulinzi Sports Complex losing to Bidco United. Bandari at the Mbaraki Stadium, they were welcoming Shabana, beating Shabana. and ensuring that Shabana, from that win that they secured from Tusker, they've now lost 2 games back-to-back. And the other team that was in action was Muhoroni. They were playing the Kakamega Homeboys side, and full-time Homeboys winning this one 2-0. Gor Mahia, Police 0-0. Now the standing looks like how? Posta Rangers, having played 10 games, they have 21 points. Gor Mahia, Moranga, Seal coming second and third with 20 points. And number 4, surprise, surprise, Bidcool United, 17 points. KCB closing the top 5 with 16 points. Relegation zone, Sofapaka, it's official. Ndio wako pale chini, 10 games played, 7 points. And then coming in next at number 17, it's none other than Shabana. Muhoroni Youth closing the relegation zone. From there, we shift gears to the Kenya Premier League Women's League. And the action that was standout was the battleground as Ulinzi Starlets were playing Police Starlets. And into this one, Kenya Police Bullets played out to a draw of 2-2 against Ulinzi. And that was also played at the Ulinzi Sports Complex. And the first half saw fast-paced, witnessed 4 goals from each side. And therefore, the action had not much to live up for in the second half. But in the first half, tons, if not tons and tons of goals. And Richard Ohalo.
Yes.
Ulinzi Starlets, they've been able to give a scare to Gakpo women.
Yeah.
They've been able to give a scare to Vihiga Starlets. I mean, what would you be assessing from this one?
Yeah. From the game, Ulinzi's game versus Police, I'll say niko na Zandani. Niko na Zandani. They have issues with please don't misquote me. They have an issue with the technical bench. There's an issue. That might be the one factor that is affecting them. And them coming to sharing a spoil with the Police, I think they deserve it because Police also is not a small team. They are a very serious team. You cannot compare them with the likes of Trans Nzoia Falcons and Wadadia and Gaspo. So Police is a very serious team. So we should not brush them off. Yeah, and them securing a draw. You know, Ulinzi had a penalty,
Yes.
which was saved in the last minute of the game. So they did not take their chances. So they had to lose those 2 points. Yes.
Well, the action is very young when it comes to the Kenya Women's Premier League. This is because most of the teams have played 5 games.
Yeah.
And to this far, Vihiga Queens FC leading with 13 points. At number 2, it's Bunyore Starlets. As Ulinzi Starlets come in third with that draw, ensuring that they have 8 points. Police come in fourth, having played 4 games, they have 8 points. And then from there, we have the likes of Kibra Soccer Ladies, Zitex Sparks, Bungoma Queens, Soccer Assassins FC, Bungoma Nakuru City Queens, Gakpo Women, Wadaida, and Trans Nzoia Falcons. Gakpo Women, having played 3 games, they've only secured 1 win, and that gives them 3 points. Richard Ohalo.
Yeah.
Ghost Mulay is a tactician onto this one. Do you really think it's working for him? Mama, it's too early to call.
For
Gakpo Women.
No, I don't think it's working for him because you see they are at number 10 on relegation side
Yes.
of the table. So I think they have 4 points, not 3 points. If I'm not okay, they have 3 points. They have played 4 games, if I'm not wrong.
Yes.
So with this, it means when the next match they need to win so that they can progress and go top of Nakuru City Queens. So Ghost Mulay needs to improve his team. I know Ghost Mulay is capable. Maybe it's time for players to up their game and improve. Yes.
Well, we want to wrap it up when it comes to the local leagues, and we cannot wrap it up if we don't talk about the National Super League, NSL. This is because the Football Kenya Federation National Soccer Super League is on and has been on, and one of the standout fixture was Kajiado beating Rainbow. That is Kajiado FC beating Rainbow 2-0 on Saturday in match day number 8 against the Rainbows at the Imadata Stadium. This is in Kajiado. Take a look at what really panned out in this action.
Wanachukua, wanaingia tena. Namna gani goalkeeper ametoka hatari. Anafanya nini peke yake? Bado tunaita kuchezea shilingi kwenye tundu la choo. Wanaingia sasa ni Kajiado. Katikati anajaribu kugeresha. Piga pasi nzuri inafika. Anagawanya ile mali. Atakuwa anaikimbilia nani? Anaikimbilia Elvis Chamala. Anatisha. Anapekecha miguu. Namna gani anamwachia sasa ni Valdo Madegwa. Leta cross nzuri, goalkeeper anaitema hatari, goal! Anafanya namna gani hapa? James Mutuku hapa hivi.
We prepared for a win, but we got a loss. We lost the match. All I can say is the positive. That's what I can pick. The positives, the second half, the way the team, they were down 2-0, and then the way they tried, their mentality, tried to score. We've had so many chances to score and also win the match, but unfortunately we didn't convert our chances. So, of course, we lost, but just to pick it up for the next match and then prepare for another win. That's it.
First, I think naweza sema thanks kwa mafans wetu because tulio invite game ya leo ya home na walikuja kwa wingi. So that is something very, very positive because I believe that fans wanakuwaga the 12th player. So wametupush from the word go mpaka mwisho. Na I think tumeweza kudeliver ile kitu ambao walikuwa wanataka. Of course, ukiangalia for the last 2 matches tumecheza game away. It was not easy. Played against Luanda Villa. Of course, ukiangalia game, we were winning. Just lost concentration. Waka equalized about the last minute. Last weekend, we went to Sulibwet. Of course, we were winning the game. Again, the last few minutes, tuka lose heads, wakafunga. But naweza sema, it's a process. This team is still young. And some of the players hawajacheza NSL. So it's their first season ya kucheza NSL.
And there you have it, Kajiado playing a Rainbow. And while we were talking with Richard, one of the things that came out strong is that when it comes to the NSL, a side that was really struggling, survived because of the FIFA ban. At one given point, you thought they were safe, but then the next minute were relegated. Mathare United is currently leading. And with how many points? Having played 5 games, they've been able to secure 16 points. Richard.
Yes.
Let's talk about this one.
Yeah.
And Mathare going to the NSL. Do you really think imekuja kuleta ile mwasho, the excitement of a side that everyone wants to beat, the likes of Kisumu All-Stars, the likes of Mara Sugar, the likes of Kajiado, and like you've said, the likes of Rainbow, who are currently at number 15?
Yeah. I think it was right time for Mathare to come back again.
Mm-hmm.
You see them leading in the NSL. Behind the scenes, what I know is that they recruited several coaches. We have the youth coach. We have technical guys. What I know, Mathare will come out strong in the if they qualify to the National League and to the Premier League, that is. And Mathare has good structures compared to other clubs. They have under 15, they have under 18, they have ladies team. So in terms of structure, in terms of management, Mathare is a good team with a lot of experience. You can see they are leading the National League with 16 points, followed by Kisumu All-Stars, who are with 15 points, then followed by Mara Sugar with 14 points. But again, if you look at Kisumu All-Stars, they've played four matches. Oh no, They have played how many matches?
Kisumu have played, this is a total of 4 matches, yes.
4 matches, yes. If Kisumu wins their next match, they will go top of the National League. But it's still too early to speculate and to know who will win. But for me, I'll go with Mathare United.
Well, and as Richard goes with Mathare United, we take a short break. We'll be back to talk about the basketball. This is because there's been an action that has been happening in Kigali, Rwanda. We'll be talking about that and more. We'll also be talking about what was thought to be the rescue of controversy to becoming the mother of controversy. I'm speaking about VAR. We'll be talking that at depth. Take a short break. See you in a few.
Hope TV is where you look and live, with an excellent selection of the best Christian programming consisting of local and international content of inspirational stories, talk shows, Bible commentary, youth, health shows, children entertainment, contemporary gospel music, extended times of worship, live broadcast, news, movies, drama, Christian ministry programs, and so much more. Hope TV is another quality service from Christ is the Answer Ministries with over 45% of authentic and credible local content every week. Hope TV is a sister station to Hope FM, Kenya's leading Christian radio station with footprints across the country. Tune in to Hope TV, where you look and live.
I've actually been trying to find a balance. It's been really tough and hectic, but everyone says once you get a hang of it, becomes better, and I don't know, but I'm hoping to find a balance soon because it's really been hectic. But you've been in the job industry for a long time, so I think you would know better. Cindy?
Huh? What time is it? I need to catch up on Leadership Forum. Do they have a radio here? Never mind. I brought my own.
No way. You can't be serious. Wait, why do you have a radio and you can just catch up with the shows on Hope FM podcast?
Really? Even Meet of the One?
Yeah. I mean, you can find them on whatever platform, name it. AfriPods, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, you name it.
But I'm not subscribed on any of them.
So no worries. You can just check out the latest episodes on hopemediakenya.org.
You can now listen to select Hope FM programs on your favorite podcast streaming platform or directly on our website, www.hopemediakenya.org. Listen and live.
So this parent calls me, sits after service and says, "Young man, you do not know what you've done," because tells me that my son comes and tells me that, "Dad, I have also been struggling with ABCD. His was a mix of alcohol and pornography." And just hearing Justo on Route 104, a fellow young person like me, give his testimony on how God has moved in his life. And I requested to meet the young man, and we met over coffee, became good friends. And I told him as well, listen, by me sharing does not mean, because the devil puts banana peels all over. Scripture tells us that, no weapon fashioned against you shall prosper. It doesn't say that weapons will not be fashioned. No, it says no weapon. It means weapons will be fashioned. And he will put traps all over. Right from your phone. You open Instagram, you see an image. And all of a sudden, it plays back. All those things. So that's another, because the battle is in the mind. That is why Paul says in Romans 12:1, not be conformed by the patterns of the world, but rather be transformed by the renewing of the mind. He knows it's here. The devil knows. And this guy is millions of years old. He's not our age mate. For those who remember when I used to tell like that, he's not your age mate. Stop saying that, me, I know, and you have been saved for 15 years. Dude, the devil has been in existence for millions of years. So guess what? He knows everything about you. Okay? But greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. We walked together And I'm happy to say that he found his deliverance. And he became also a peer champion, as it is, an educator. And for me, those are some of the things that, wow, without Hope FM, I mean, really the platform of Hope FM, and as Reverend Tomboy used to tell us as well, this is a platform not for you, but God is using you. The initiative Friends of Hope is more or less like what Romans 10:17 says, that faith comes only by the hearing, and hearing through the word of God. But how will they hear if somebody does not go to tell them? Think about that Muslim brother or sister who, because of you being a friend of hope and supporting with your 100 bob or whatever it is, that in Friday evening, by chance, they listen to Yesu Ndiye Njia. And then because of you supporting and being a friend of hope, the message will reach them in Zanzibar, in Mombasa, in whatever it is. Mimi ni Rafiki Mso. I'm a friend of hope. I'm just as one.
And welcome back to your number one sporting action. This has to be Pitchside, your ultimate pitchside pass. My name is Maingi Mbogua. I am not alone.
Yes. You're with me, Richard Ohalo.
Definitely. And we took a break after talking about Mathare, and we shift gears from football straight to basketball. This is because the FIBA Zone 5 action was on, and we now have a new champion in the name of Kenya Ports Authority. They won the Zone number 5 qualifiers to proceed to the African Basketball League, and that is the Kenya Basketball Federation Women's League champions. Kenya Ports Authority played to an 87-53 victory to Rwanda Energy Group to be crowned the FIBA Zone 5 champions. Now, the 9-team competition was used as a qualifier for the next month African Women's Basketball League that is set to be hosted in Cairo, Egypt. And with the finalists now qualifying, now the Anthony Ojukwu-led side won all their 4 games, having beaten the JKL Ladies Dolphin 82-72, and then went on to beat Tanzania's JKT 105-43 before leveling it out with REG, that is Rwanda Energy Group, 72-42. Whom they went on to play in the finals with, but then before then they played the Nile Legends of Sudan, beating them 70-49. Now playing Tanzania Vijana Queens in the quarters, the Mombasa-based side were the clear favorites and proved it with an 81-36 victory to reach the semi-final, where they met the JKL over Tanzania before cruising to a comfortable win of 74-53. And Richard Ohalo.
Yes.
This action is coming at a time when the qualifiers are in top gears when it comes to the African qualifiers and, of course, the team that is going to win the penultimate ticket to represent the continent when it comes to Paris Olympic Games.
Yes.
So KPA playing into this one, they were also not alone. They were actually into these tournaments with Equity Hawks.
Yeah.
But Equity Hawks didn't live up to much to tell.
Yeah.
But for KPA, Anthony Ojukwu side were out and became the favorites to win this one.
Yeah.
What is your honest assessment on this?
First of all, you're saying Equity did not perform as expected. Let me say they tried. They tried. They were number 3 overall. That is after KPA, the Rwanda Energy Group, and then Equity. So they really tried. And that shows that basketball in the country is really doing well. And KPA, if you look at the margin, they beat Tanzania, I think 140 something.
Yes.
That margin is very big. They beat Rwanda Energy Group 87-53. That is very good. If you look at the margin, that is very nice. But again, they need to because the next round is going to be tough. So they need to maintain that standard for them to qualify for to the other games.
One of the star performer into this action was USA-based Victoria Reynolds, who showed her class in Kigali, clinching the most valuable player and best small forward national champion for the Kenya Ports Authority, reclaiming that African title. And at this given point, my question is, what needs to be done? Because sometimes you tend to feel that we have quality, but then the exposure is very limited, because other than the league, other than the tournaments that are being played by the university and colleges, there is no much of action that you'd say that the national team is exposed to. So for you, what can we be able to do better to ensure that our players are at par? Because qualifying, you're going to meet the likes of Al Ahly of Egypt, who have a very big league that is well fashioned. You're also meeting sides like Cameroon, Ivory Coast, sides that are really into this one. Tunisia Esperance, playing very nice.
For me, what I'll say is make the league professional. Me saying make the league professional is make the entire league professional, where players don't need to go and work in other institutions so that they can put food on the table. So that is one. Two, make the league competitive and lucrative, so that it can attract more sponsorship and more players. Because if you look at the league, the league is quite, let me say, it is not profiled that much compared to football and other games like athletics. So those are my 2 points that we need to do: make the league professional and make the league more attractive and competitive.
Talking of attraction and competitive, and the Blades, this is the Kenya Women's League hockey team. The Blades ended their South African Odyssey with a 3-1 win against Ghana yesterday. This is in a bid to win the continent ticket to qualify for the Olympic Games. And the question should be, or rather one ought to ask this one: what do you make of this? Because unfortunately, we were not able to make it. And remember, the National Hockey League has had its equal share of administration.
Again, same things work in all those kind of sports. Make the league professional, because the focus is, you see, if a player is doing something else and also adding to sports, it makes that person not to concentrate or maybe to give 100% to that game. So for me, our sports are not professional. Apart from soccer in Kenya, if you look at rugby, if you look at maybe tennis or hockey, you'll find that players are working. At the same time, they are athletes expected to perform in the field. So that 100% concentration is not there. And again, also, we need more sponsorship. We need more professionalism that comes with the different federations.
Well, there you have it from Richard Ohalo when it comes to the hockey. And we shift gears from what was happening in South Africa.
Can I say something to, as much as they finished third, can I say to my friend, hi Cynthia, I know maybe you're watching.
She was part of the action?
Yeah, she was part of the action.
Kudos,
and,
kudos.
Yeah, so keep it up. There's a next time.
Well, from South Africa straight to the St. James Park. And the first question, Richard Ohalo, I want to ask you. Was it a goal? Was it not? Newcastle winning 1-0 against Arsenal.
It was not. It was not supposed to be a goal.
Why?
I think Arsenal were robbed. This is a day like
when
robbery.
a hater loves you,
No.
there is trouble in paradise.
This is fact. Look at the game we played. I can't remember which game, but also Manchester scored a goal, but it was ruled out because the ball had gone out. Yes.
Yes.
So if we have to maintain the standards of the game, then the VAR. Yeah.
Wanyama wote wakuwe sawa.
Yes. But definitely that hiyo ball ilitoka nje.
No,
it went out.
Hello. I mean, I've watched it, and one of the things is that the ball, when you look at it kwanza from the VR, there is a part of the ball that is still in. Whether the biggest percentage was out, there was a part of the ball that was out.
Also, the Marcus Rashford.
The same thing happened.
The same thing happened. Then we need to maintain the standards. If it's not a goal, if the ball was out, it was out. But for me,
it wasn't.
That ball was out. Definitely.
Talking of maintaining the standards, and I want to talk about one, Jeremy Doku.
Yeah.
A great contributor. Kevin De Bruyne no longer missed in this action.
Yeah.
I'm speaking about the game that is Manchester City playing Bournemouth full time at the Etihad, 6-1.
Yeah.
Having scored 1 and assisted how many goals?
3.
4. Yes.
Is it?
4 goals.
4 goals.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's your make on this one?
Awesome player. Amazing player. And wacha tuseme venye si usema in Kenya. He's going far.
Anasonga mbali.
Anaenda mbali. He's a good, as much as the other time when we played against them, aliniudhi, but I forgive him.
Because of what he's displaying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, the other game that was happening is this game. Do I need to talk about it? Manchester United.
Yeah.
They were playing
you must talk about Manchester United.
Craven Cottage was where the action was happening.
Yeah.
Full time, 1-0, one and only.
Yeah.
Captain Fantastic.
Let me say this.
Yes.
This is a beginning.
Of who?
Of good tidings.
For Manchester United.
Yes.
Come from Fulham.
Yes. Fulham is not, you know, Fulham is not an easy team. And that will be a booster to Manchester United players coming to play the Champions League I think this week.
Yes.
Yes.
Champions
it
League
is a booster. And I know people have been criticizing Ten Hag. I know.
But in that game you were contained. There was no much of action that you'd speak about.
If you look at the shots on goal, we had more shots on goal than them.
And me and
the entire match.
That doesn't translate. Arsenal had a possession. They lost it 1-0.
Yes. But it's for you. If you have the possession, what is your ability to score the goal? So if you have the possession, score the goal. We had more shots on goal, and we came up as winners of that match, and that is a booster. And take it to the bank. And I'm saying here, I've been saying so much things. There's a new life to Manchester United. So other teams like Arsenal, Liverpool, be aware. By the time January is coming, will be another team.
It's a case of wait and see.
Yes.
But a quick one, and let's look at all the other fixtures that happened. West Ham losing to Brentford, a big game this was. Clinical goals being scored in this one. Brentford winning 3-2.
Yeah.
Of course, Crystal Palace away, ensuring that they beat Burnley 2-0.
Yeah.
Everton playing a Brighton Hove Albion. A team that many thought is a contender for the league.
Yeah.
Is now being humbled. From the day they lost to Chelsea, it has been south for Brighton Hove Albion.
Yeah.
And of course, City winning 6-1. Sheffield United beating Wolverhampton Wanderers 2-1. Yesterday, Nottingham Forest were playing Aston Villa. An Aston Villa side that has imesumbua. Ukiuliza Chelsea.
Yeah.
Ukiuliza nani.
I think for me that was a shock. I did not expect that to come
from Nottingham Forest.
From Nottingham Forest. Another team that we need to talk about is another match that we need to talk about is Luton versus Liverpool.
That's where I wanted to go to.
Yeah. So it was drama.
Talk of drama.
Yeah.
Because at one given point, a prodigal son from Manchester United.
Chong.
Yeah. ensuring that he put a smile to his former home, that is Manchester United, by piercing his nemesis side in the name of Liverpool. But Louis Dyer, who up until now is coming to terms with hope and prayer that his father is going to be found alive, safe and sound in Colombia, ensuring that they share the spoils 1-1.
Yeah.
So Luton Town, a Luton side that has not really had it well. At one given point, they played Chelsea when Chelsea was not Chelsea, but something else.
Yeah.
But they ended up drawing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My question is, Jose.
Yes.
How many minutes were added to that game?
Hey, when you talk about additional minutes nowadays, it was a 7 or 6.
Imagine.
Yes. Having scored.
Was it valid? Was it valid?
The validity of this was no for me.
Yeah.
But so, again, sometimes I tend to think that these referees tend to imagine, I am refereeing Chelsea game, Liverpool game, Real Madrid game, and therefore I cannot afford to not honor some of the big teams, because sometimes I don't feel that the game is really fair played.
Yeah.
And talking about fair play, Monday night action is happening tonight at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Tottenham Hotspurs, at one point, they were top of the league, only that right now they are third. This is because City won over the weekend. They'll be playing a very inconsistent side of Chelsea. Richard Ohalo, Maddison, and Wine Song Heung-min.
Yeah.
What do you make of this combo?
For me, this game, I look at it, it will come up as a surprise to many.
Mm-hmm.
I'm predicting Chelsea to come up with a win.
Chelsea beating Tottenham Hotspurs.
Yes.
Fingers closed for a draw, because Chelsea, unless they pull the Arsenal game, they've not really been able to give their best. And because of the interest of time, allow me to move straight from London to the La Liga Santander. This is because La Liga Santander has been on over the weekend. From the El Clasico, Barcelona has not been able to find themselves best, but they won over the weekend 1-0 against Real Sociedad. Celta Vigo playing Sevilla 1-1. Betis are playing Mallorca 2-0. And Girona playing Osasuna 4-2. Before we even look at what happened on Sunday, Richard Ohalo, newly promoted Girona, beat Osasuna in a 6-goal thriller to go top of the table. Professionally, they returned to the summit with a 4-2 on Saturday.
Yeah.
What is this? You'd have expected a Valencia and Atletico Madrid, but then a newly promoted side is here.
I will compare this Girona team with the other season that Leicester won the league. It happens the same way. So we don't know, but let's wait for
what happened to Sofa Parker some time back.
Yes, what happened to Sofa Parker? Yeah, so let's wait the second leg of the season. We see what will happen. If they maintain the same momentum, they're going to win. But again, they need to be, let me use this word, pragmatic. Vence is very sensitive that
they don't Arsenal the league.
They might lose their concentration towards the end of the league of the season. So kudos to them. They are doing very well. That game, winning 4, it was a surprise for me also. I did not expect them to win that with a bigger margin like that.
Well, when you drop Girona, you talk about Real Madrid, you talk about Atletico Madrid, you talk about Barcelona. You remember that this week is the UEFA Champions League week as we enter match day number 4. Borussia Dortmund will be at home to play Newcastle United tomorrow. Shakhtar Donetsk at home playing Barcelona. Lazio playing Feyenoord. Porto playing Antwerp. And still tomorrow, Manchester City at home, Etihad will be welcoming Young Boys as AC Milan at the San Siro welcoming Paris Saint-Germain. This one, when they say it, wanasema itakuwa matata. And still tomorrow, Atletico Madrid playing Celtic as Real Sociedad plays Benfica on Wednesday. Another action happening on Wednesday is Napoli, Union Berlin. FC Copenhagen playing a normal team in the name of Manchester United. Red Bull Salzburg plays Inter Milan. Bayern plays Galatasaray. Arsenal playing Sevilla, PSV playing Lens, and the last action for this week's UEFA Champions League will see Real Madrid playing Braga.
Yeah.
Well, that's it for now. We want to wish you nothing but a blessed and a fruitful week. We'll see you on Monday for another in-depth 1 hour of nothing else but what is happening, what has unfolded, and what will be unfolding when it comes to football. But for me, Maingi Mbogua.
And for me, Richard Ohalo.
It's bye-bye for now.
See you next time.